Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will do a 15 minutes posture workout. Many of us are always sitting, so we do slouch, we do feel pain in the back. And just one thing that we want to do, we want a pain relief from your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back. In this workout, we will emphasize exercises to your posture and we will try to correct your posture patterns. So let's start with a little bit of stretching. I want you to bend the knees to the one side, pressing the glutes down onto the floor, trying to stabilize the pelvis, and you see that the pelvic is facing the front, the pelvic bone is facing the floor, the glutes are down onto the floor. We press one hand down onto the floor in the leg that is right in front of you and it's bent. Then we're gonna go into lateral extension to the one side and then we'll switch it. We'll do this in the opposite way. You're gazing the front, the pelvis is facing the front, your ribs are facing the front. Let's do just this for a couple of more times. You're already feeling nice stretch in your ribs and the spine. Pressing one hand down on the floor, pay attention to the shoulder. So you press the shoulder down, you have enough space between the neck and the shoulder. Straightening the arm up, you bring the arms into the nice straight diagonal. The top arm goes inside, so you flex the back and your spine like a slinky. So you want to rotate, you want to twist it to the side. Remembering about the position of the shoulders and the neck, so you always have enough space between those. Then you reach it up and then we change the position of the legs, so we bend the knees in the opposite way. Still remember that the pelvis is down and it's facing the floor. Your glutes are down, you're trying to press both of the glutes down on the floor, and then we press one hand down into the floor and then we switch it. Breathing in when you push. And as you go up, exhale. And then you press it, bringing the arms into diagonal. The top arm goes in. Sometimes we may feel the crack, so I felt it. I heard the crack. And then we're going to bring it in. When you do those twists, remember that you're still pressing the glutes down. That's very nice. One more, you cross the legs right in front of you, bringing the hands behind the back. We continue with those stretches. Then we press one elbow down, lateral extension. You open the ribs on the one side like a hand fan. And then you go back, so you close the rib cage. You do deep breath in, extend it, fill the lungs with air. And then going up and exhale, breathing in. And then you go back one more time. And then bring it all the way back. Opening the arms out to the side. The palms are facing the ceiling. You press the palms down into the floor. And at the same time, you're pulling the arms away from the shoulders. Palms are facing the ceiling. Palms are facing the floor. And each time when I'm rotating the arms, when I'm rotating the elbows and a little bit the shoulders, I'm pulling my arms away from the shoulders. So think and imagine that you are separating the scapulas apart. And then you want to pull them out and you push it. And you push it. And let's do for 5. For 4, amazing. For 3, 2, palms down, holding it, palms up, and then the right arm goes over your head. You flex into the lateral extension a little bit, your upper body, and then we change the side, do the same with the opposite arm. And then you bring it all the way back. Bring the arms down behind your back and interlace your fingers. So you want to clasp the hands behind you. You bring the arms up, the scapulas are together, and then you press them down. And you are sliding the shoulder blades right on the back of the rib cage, bringing the arms up and down. So just want to sit a little bit back, and then you see that I'm lifting the arms and I'm pressing them down. And at the same time, I'm feeling that the shoulder blades are running all on the top of the rib cage up and down. Just a little bit more. Gazing forward, chin up. One more, we bring it up and you're holding it for 3, 2, 1, bring the arms right in front of you and just shake them a little bit. Shake the right, shake the left. Then we will change the position. We will stand in a quadruped position when the hands are on the floor. The knees are with the hips distance apart, and we will start working with the lower back, mid back, and the upper back as well. Starting with the lower back. So this is the less mobile part of the spine, and we need to pay attention working with that. Start with the tailbone. Think that you're moving the tailbone up and down. While moving the tailbone up and down, you will start mobilizing the lower part of the spine. Try not to engage your upper back, so the space, you're moving the space between the tailbone and the ribs. Just a few more times. Breathing in and exhale. In and out. And then we activate the upper back. So you separate the shoulder blades apart over the top of the rib cage. The tailbone goes down. Then you reach the tailbone up. Think that the tailbone wants to reach the top of your head. And the shoulder blades are together. And again, you go into the flexion. And when you do deep breath, then exhale, inhale, and exhale, flex it. Breathe in and inhale. And then you press it out. One more in. And then we'll complicate it a little bit. So we will do these circles. And when you do those circles, for some of us, it's really hard because we cannot understand for some reason how will we do those circles. So it's easy to imagine that you are creating circles with the tailbone. And while you're doing those circles with the tailbone, you start moving the lower back. And by moving the lower back like a jump rope, we activate the upper back as well. And we reverse the direction. We'll do the same into the opposite way. If the first variation with the tailbone doesn't work for you, just do it step by step, standing with the straight position. Flex the back first. Then, from the flexion position, do the lateral extension to the right side. Then, flex the back. Lateral extension to the left side. Extension again. And again, to the right side, lateral extension. Flex the back. Lateral extension to the left side. And extend the back. And all the same in the opposite direction. So you do the lateral extension to the left side. You flex the back. You do the lateral extension to the right side from the flexion position. Then you extend this. From the extension position, you do the lateral flexion to the left side. You flex the back. You do the lateral extension to the right side. And then you extend the back. From this position, we go down, bringing the glutes down into the floor, pressing the hands down into the floor. We push your upper body forward, bringing it into extension. When you do this position, try to extend this with your hips, not the lower back. So the difference is some of us do like that, which is not correct. So we're doing too much pressure on the lower back. This is not right. So what we want to do, we will do this way. When we're trying to open the hips, we want to extend the hips. Then again, we press the pelvis down, we press the hands down into the floor, we move the upper body forward, deep breath in, inhale, and again, shoulders are down, hips are extended, ribs in, so where we see here that we're not flaring the ribs. And then we're gonna press it down again. One more, we push it forward, deep breath in. Wonderful. And again, we're gonna stand in a quadruped position. With the quadruped position, we start moving the arms. Right arm goes up, and then we're gonna pull it out to the side. We bring it back. We bring it out to the side. We bring it back. Paying attention to the shoulder blades, trying to keep them down and without flaring them. Just moving the arm in and out. Keeping the neutral position with the back. Trying to mobilize the shoulders and the upper back. One more, and then we press it down. We'll do the same with the left arm. We bring it up and we move it in and out, keeping the back in a straight position, so we're not extending the lower back. Pay attention to it, not like that. So keep it straight. And let's do a couple of more. Good. Moving in and out. And one more time. So we bring the hands down on the floor, and then we move the shoulder blades, your scapula. So we bring them in together, and then we separate them apart. We bring the scapulas together, and then we separate them apart. In, out, in, out, in, out. For 5 more times, keeping the same position with the back, just moving the shoulder blades. And a couple. Good. If you feel too much pressure in your wrists, so you make the fist and stay in this position, or at the same time you may work with the wrist. So imagine that you're elevating the wrist just a little bit, pressing a little bit more pressure to the fingers, so you will feel less stress on your wrist then. And for the next part, the next exercise, we'll do rotation with the shoulders. So again, work with the scapulas, press them down, move them backward, bring them together, forward, down, backward, together, forward, down, backward, together. So like that, we're moving the shoulders in the circle direction forward. Trying not to change the position of the back. So your body, your upper body might slide forward the back, and at the same time you may activate the hips because you're moving the shoulders. And let's do one more, and then we reverse. We'll do the same in the opposite way. Good. It's a little bit hard, but at the same time we can do it. We're activating deep muscles inside that are responsible for keeping our spine in a still and stabilized position, creating stiffness in our spine area. One more. Good. And then we relax the forearms. Just may shake it a little bit if you feel lots of stress on the wrist, so you can bend and straighten the fingers very, very fast, keeping the arms up. So the stress will go to the forearms from the wrists. So for the next part, we will go down first. We press the hands down. We move the chest forward. We do deep breath in, inhale. And when you do exhale, you lay down on the floor and we bring the hands behind the head. So you're facing the floor. We're not touching the floor with the face. You just poke the nose down towards the floor. Then we separate the elbows apart, hands behind your back. You go up. The ribs are still down at the floor. And then we go down. We do deep breath in. And then we go back. Inhale and up. And exhale, we go back. Deep breath in, inhale. When you do inhale, when you go up, pay attention to your lower back. There should be any stress in your lower back or in your glutes and the legs. Work in isolation. So when you go up, really think about the upper part of your spine. The space between your... Let's start with the top of the head and the ribs. Let's do for 4. For 3. Up for 2. One more, you go up, and then we separate the arms apart. We'll do the Superman. We move the arms down towards the hips. We move them over your head. We press the arms down towards the hips, and we move them over the head. And again, no compensation in the lower back. Just the ribs are up, and we're gazing down the floor. For 5. 4. For 3. Let's do 2. One more, and then we press the hands down into the floor with a deep breath in, opening the hips. Pelvis goes all the way down. Breathe in, relax. Right arm goes down under your upper body. Pressing it, and then we switch. We'll do the same with the other side. Wonderful. And then we press the hands down towards the floor. Through the spine articulation, we go all the way in a quadruped position. With the quadruped position, we will start. We bring the hands just a little bit further away than the wrist. We'll lower the glutes down. We go back to the spine articulation in a swan position. And again, starting with the pelvis, you press the pelvis up. Through the spine extension, you go into the chest extension. You lower the glutes down. You flex the back, you round this, you press the pelvis forward and open it into the swan. With the swan, we raise the pelvis up. Then through the spine articulation, extend the lower back, extend the chest. Go down, flex the back into the child pose. Press the pelvis forward, and through the spine articulation, you go forward in this one. Breathing in and exhale, reaching the pelvis up, and again, from the spine extension, you go into the spine flexion, going down into the child pose. Pressing the pelvis forward, again, I initiate the movement with the hips and with the pelvis. I'm coming in the spine extension. And then I reach the pelvis up through the spine extension to the spine flexion. Pressing the pelvis all the way forward into the swan. Pressing the toes down into the floor. Reaching the knees up. We're going up into inverted V position or downward facing dog. If you do yoga, you know that. So we bend the knees one by one down, pressing the heels down into the floor, the chest towards the knees, and then we bring the feet at the edge of the mat with the a little bit wider than the hips distance apart. You press the pelvis down, tuck your chin in, reach your left ankle with the right hand and twist your back as much as you can. So if you are not as flexible as you wish you was, that's absolutely fine. So you are flexible the way you are. Do your way. And let's change the side. We'll do the same in the opposite way. If you need, you may also bend the knees a little bit or do a little bit of spine flexion if you need it. If you feel pain, you do not need to flex yourself as much as you can. As much as necessary, as little as possible. Bring the feet together. And then again, depends on your flexibility. If you are flexible, you may keep the legs straight. If you are not flexible enough, bend the knees. We're gonna go back, trying to reach the floor, and then with the hands, and then we open the legs a little bit wider apart. So the left hand center and right arm goes up, and you look at the right hand, we open your heart. And then we switch right hand down, left hand goes up. Twisting it, bringing it all the way back, feet are together. With this position again, we step forward with the hands, step back with the legs, this one, opening up, breathe in and exhale, you reach the pelvis up, the child pose, and from the child pose, we're going into the spine articulation all the way up. So we see it on the glutes. Just try to feel the difference at the beginning of the session and now. So you feel that it's a little bit better. You want to open your back. You want to open the chest. You want to keep the posture straight, and it's a little bit looser and it's a little bit easier for you right now to keep your shoulders wide apart, open. So now we bring the hands behind your head, lat and extension to the side, the top elbows reach the opposite knee, and then we change the side, flexion, pull it in, open, reach it up, press your arms down. Let's do deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, hands are right in front of the chest. Thank you for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this video and you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos, and if you have anything on your mind that you want to learn about more, please leave me a comment. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.